Hello everyone, welcome to Be Beautethical. My name is Archana. Do subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Today I'm going to show you this bright green eyeshadow look in a very simple way. This will be a perfect look for a dinner party on a summer night. The shimmery eyeshadow catches the light beautifully, and if you want, you could go for a nude lipstick which will go really well with the bright shimmery eye look that we have going on here. Let's start by priming our eyes. I'm using the Inglot eye makeup base in 01 to prime my eyelids. I really love this primer for how it applies and performs. I always use my fingers to apply and blend it well into my skin. Then I'm using this luxury powder from Beverly in the shade Banana, another of my favorites, and a flat eyeshadow brush from P.A.C Cosmetics to set the primer in place. I have been using this powder a lot lately and I really love it. Then I'm using this sparkle dust stack called Wish from Faces Canada, and I'm using the topmost color, the bright green one, first. Then I'm using the lid of the box in which my YBP Makeup Perfector sponge came in. I'm using this as a mixing palette since it was handy. So I'm taking out some product onto the lid and then using this finishing spray from Skindinavia and this double-ended brush from the Naked palette. I'm not going to use the Naked palette today, I'm just using the brush that comes with it. So I'm going to wet this brush with the finishing spray and we are going to apply this pigment on the lid while it's wet. So the pigment becomes much more bright and vibrant when it's applied with a wet brush. I'm applying this eyeshadow to almost half my lid, starting from the inner corner. You can also use water to wet the brush instead of a setting spray and it will give you the same effect. You can also add the water to the mixing palette directly, but make sure that it's not too runny or you will dilute the vibrancy of the color. Now I'm also applying this to the inner corner of the eyes and on the lower lash line, again about halfway from the inner corner. I'm using the smaller and flatter side of this double-ended brush for the application. So I'm applying the lighter color to the lower lash line right away because next I'm going to take a dark color onto the same side of the brush, and then we won't be able to use the light color with it. So I'm not sure why, but I'm showing the product to my camera's LCD screen here, but I'm glad that you guys can see it. I'm using the darkest color from the stack here. It's a dark green shade and I'm going to apply this to the remaining half of my lid starting from the outer corner. They don't have names here on the stack for individual pigments. I don't think any of the stacks do. They just have named these stacks as a whole. And this one is called Wish. The cool thing about these stacks is that you can stack any number of stacks on top of each other and make a long stack of these pigments and store it that way. So I'm not using any transition color with the shadows today, as these two colors are sufficient to give a beautiful eye look on their own. Also, I'm not going to use any brow bone highlight today as there is already a lot of shimmer going on our eyes. Another reason is that I didn't want to complicate the look by bringing in more eyeshadows or palettes. But if you want, you can use a light matte eyeshadow to give a subtle matte highlight to the brow bone. Although it's not difficult to clean up mistakes, when applying eyeshadows or pigments with a wet brush, try to be a little careful at the edges to avoid the need for cleaning up. I will also show you how to clean up the mistakes in a bit. Now blend the two colors into each other well so there's no demarcation line between the two, and in such a way that you can't tell where one shadow ends and where the other one begins. So here I'm taking a wet wipe and just cleaning up the edges of the eyeshadow only on this eye, as the other one is perfect and I'm trying to match the shape of the eyeshadow on this side with the other side. And then using the same flatter side of the brush and the same dark green color, I'm defining the outer half of my lower lash line. I'm joining the upper and lower lash line definitions at the outer corners. So till now for this eye look, we have used just one side of this brush, mainly because there was no blending required till now. Now I'm going to use this other side of the brush, which is fluffier and is generally used for blending. Since we have applied the shadow with a wet brush, it's not going to blend like regular shadows or pigments. I'm just trying to soften the edges slightly, although even that will make very small difference. Then I'm just going to intensify the bright green color on the inner half of the lids, as that got covered a bit by the dark color we used. I'm using the fluffier side of the brush now, as the flat side has the dark color on it, but I'm using it in the same way like I would have used the flat brush for application. Then I'm using this I Told You So eyeliner in Black Swan from NYX Cosmetics. I know I promised you guys an exclusive eyeliner tutorial which you all wanted to see, and I will get to it soon. So do subscribe if you haven't already to get a notification for that video when it's out. So I'm not going for a winged liner today, since as it is we have a lot of drama going on the eyes. But defining the lash line is important as it makes a lot of difference in the way our eyes look. So I'm doing a basic liner today. Now using this black eye pencil from P.A.C Cosmetics, I'm going to line my lower waterline for added definition to the eyes. Once that is done, I will finish my full face of makeup and be back. You can check out other videos on my channel in which you will be able to see how I do my foundation, eyebrows, contour and highlight. All of these are separate videos. So this is the completed look. I have gone for a pink lipstick as I was feeling extra bright today, but you can go ahead with nude lips, which will also look great with this eye look. Thank you so much for being here and watching my tutorial. I hope you enjoyed it. Do give it a thumbs up if you did, and do remember to subscribe for more such cruelty-free videos. And as I always say it, don't just make up, make it cruelty-free. Have a great rest of your day, and I will see you again soon. Bye!